Hello, good evening. It's been, what, maybe 9 months, I want to say, maybe a bit longer, since I did Facebook Live, and I'm back, hopefully. So I haven't done anything much Stampin' Up for a little while. I've been slightly busy having babies, so that's kind of taken my priority, and as I've started to speak, one of them's woken up. I was about to say, they're now both sleeping well. Stupid thing to say, isn't it? Anyway, so I've got my evenings back, and therefore I can dedicate some time back to Stampin' Up and come back with some Facebook Lives, because this is the bit of being a part of Stampin' Up I really love, is sharing with all of you live on video, because I'm a little bit mental. So, it is April, which means the new annual catalogue, ooh, it's so pretty, is due to be released in the next, I want to say 3.5 weeks? 3rd of May, 4th of May, one of those days, early May, comes out. So, it means that this one, you've got this one, that one's retiring, and this one's coming. It's so pretty. And I thought it would be a good time for me to come back and start sharing again. I hope that I can keep this up as a regular. We got really good, didn't we, on a Thursday? We were doing really well on a Thursday at sort of 7 o'clock. So I've sort of gone, we'll go back to Thursdays, 7:30. There may be some interruptions every now and again. At the moment, my husband's in, so he's taken the kids, so that's fine. I am free. And I'm here to be with you. So, my pre-order from this beautiful, beautiful catalogue arrived yesterday. I have not had a chance to play at all. What I have had a chance to do is put all the stickers on my new ink pads. And that's as far as I've got. So, I thought I would share my first look at the new ink colours with all of you. And I hope this is going to be fun. So, what I have done, I have a card prepped so we can craft a little bit. I have a load of bits of cardstock. I have some sample colour combinations. And I have these 5 beautiful colours. Aren't they stunning? Hello, Karen. Lovely to see you. Aren't they just beautiful? I'm loving these colours already. I want to paint my house in this colour, this soft succulent colour. Love it. The purple pie I'm not convinced on, but I'm sure when I stamp it I'll feel better. Fresh freesia. The evening evergreen is the colour in the catalogue. I went, that doesn't go. But it does when you see them in person. And a hot pink, I can't. There's nothing I can say about hot pink other than, yes, please. So, I've got those. I've got some Xanthus paper. I've got a load of bits of cardstock because we can do some comparisons with some current and old colours. No, actually they're all currently current. And a little bit of stamping with a new stamp set. Does that sound like fun? Thumbs up if it does, please. And I will tilt you on down. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you are watching a replay. Excuse me, I'll turn the camera first. If you are watching on Facebook and you can see the little live red live thingy in the corner up here somewhere, you are watching me absolutely speak right now on a Thursday night at 7:30. If not, you're catching the replay, but I will still answer any questions you have. So if you do have any questions or comments or anything you want to say, do pop them below. Where are you all watching from? That would be nice. I would love to see where we've got to around the world. So this is the new annual catalogue that I am just like this. I can't wait for it to go live properly. It's how to describe it? The designer series papers in this book are beautiful. That's all I'm going to say for now. So that's that. Actually, while I'm on this beautiful catalogue, if you want one, I have a limited number at the moment, because I've just not, I didn't put a massive order in. And if you've had one from me before, I'm not going to automatically send them out this year. It's a big old book. It costs me to send them. So I'm happy to share it out. Anybody can have the PDF, that's absolutely fine. If you want a copy of the physical catalogue, will you let me know? Now, I did say this on my blog the other day, and put a form up and everything. And then my blogs decided that I can't have any of the information that anybody's put into those forms, and I know there were 2 people that have filled that form in, at least. So even if you've already requested a catalogue for this catalogue, can you request it again? Because my blog broke yesterday and I've now fixed it, but I had a bit of a drama. So that's that admin out of the way. Always a blog drama, isn't there? Always a blog drama. So let's do a bit of an up close of these new colours. We have 5 fabulous in colours. Every year, Stampin' Up release 5 brand new colours, and they are with us for 2 years. So we have got 5 colours that are sadly retiring, as the part of the current last chance products. And they are, off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'm so slick. I did have a list. Tell you what. No, I'll tell you what, they're here. Yeah. Hopeless. Pulled them off my shelves already. So, the 5 colours that are retiring, that are completely leaving us. Hello, Lynn. I know it's been a long time since I've been here on Facebook. I'm back now. So these ones are going. So these are the sadly leaving us colours. So Purple Posy is the first one. We haven't got an ink pad for that. Rococo Rose is going. Terracotta Tile is going. Pretty Peacock is going. And Seaside Spray. They have all retired, or are retiring at the end of this month. They are being replaced, though, by these fabulous colours that I am just completely adoring. They are Polished Pink, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, and Soft Succulent. Oh, these are so pretty. So pretty. Absolutely just completely in love with them. I have... Let me display the cardstock, because I think this is, for me, this is where I sort of, I go, oh, well, that colour's similar to that colour, and do I need them all? Because, you know, that's a bit like Purple Posy was. Well, let's pull out the Fresh Freesia cardstock. And I've got a load of other bits of cardstock in a heap. So I thought we could compare. So that's Fresh Freesia. That is Purple Posy. So Fresh Freesia's it's a much deeper colour. It's stunning, actually. Really beautiful. Purple Posy was a bit of a disaster. Stampin' Up retired the ink pad really early, so cardstock really was all we had. And so I never really used it. But I'm really pleased that they've brought this colour. This Fresh Freesia is just... This is my sort of colour. Love it. Absolutely love it. So that's kind of the only one that I could kind of... Immediately came to my head was Fresh Freesia. That's a lot like Purple Posy. But it really, really isn't. Then we've got Soft Succulent. Now, I didn't pull anything. No, I did. I think this colour combination is just stunning. This is just Jade, which is in the other set of in colours from last year. So Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee and Magenta Madness. They are last year's in colours. They will carry over this year, so there's 12 months left on those. But Just Jade and Soft Succulent, I think they work really, really well together. They're very pretty. Hot Pink. This is polished pink. That's like proper pink nail polish colour, isn't it? Really, like, my grandma, God rest her soul, this is the colour of her fingernails all the time. And I thought, maybe a bit Magenta Madnessy? No, this is much more, even orangey toned than that. Magenta Madness is a very blue pink, which sounds crazy, but it's quite a cool tone pink. This is much warmer. Or Melon Mambo. And it's not Melon Mambo-like either. I just think that's really pretty. I then tried to come up with some combination, some similar colours for Evening Evergreen, and there just isn't anything. It's a colour like we just don't have. I've pulled Shaded Spruce and Mossy Meadow, but you can see they're just not the same at all. But this colour for Christmas is going to be just stunning. I am looking forward to making Christmas cards with this one. And then we've got Pale Papaya, which I did say it's not my sort of a colour at all. And actually it's coming out quite yellow on camera. It's a little bit more orange in person. And so I pulled out Calypso Coral as the kind of colour I thought would be closest, but really isn't, because we've got nothing like this in the catalogue at all. But then I also pulled out Petal Pink. And I think that is really pretty. It's not a colour combination I would ever normally go with at all. But I think as a comparison, it's lovely, and I might actually use that on something. So they are the 5 in colours. And I've also got the Designer Series paper to go with them. There's loads, actually, of in-colour accessories this year. We've got Designer Series paper, obviously the ink pads, refills, Stampin' Right markers, blends, Stampin' blends for each one. They weren't available on pre-order, but there might be another order going in of mine very soon for those, because I've got into my blends recently. There's some embellishments, there's ribbons, and then there's some other bits like some bags and gift bags and some really pretty looking vellum as well that I haven't got my hands on yet. But so I'm thinking I may well offer a in colour club this year, because I think there's quite a few bits that quite a few people might want. So this is the new Colour Family Designer Series paper. We've got new patterns this year. So you can see them actually really well here. You've got four patterns on 2, so I think 4 sheets of each one. Yeah, so 4 sheets of that, which has got that on the other side, and 4 sheets of this one, which I just love this pattern. I think that's stunning, with that on the other side. And then you've got that for each colour, and then each colour family. So there's a brights one and neutrals one. If you joined in Sale-a-bration, you've already got all the colour families of the packs of these. And as a demonstrator, I was able to order those during Sale-a-bration as well. So I think I've got the neutrals and the brights ones already, and I think I might actually add them all this year, because they're really versatile prints. I could use that all day long. It's stunning. Speaking of which, I think I might use that one today. Yes, I am. So, shall we stamp a card? I think we should. I have also grabbed a brand new stamp set and a set of dies that are returning. So these are the Stitched So Sweetly, and I've seen these all over Pinterest and I didn't have them, and I was like, I just need some new labels dies. I really love labels dies. They're so versatile, and these, I just think they've got that extra bit of detail that just really makes them stand out. So I thought I'll grab those, and I've used them because they arrived in my pre-order. I've used them for this card today. And then we've got the Pansy Patch stamp set and the dies. This is a suite. There is some very nice designer series paper and embellishments that go with this. I am not going to show you those today though. I'm just going to use what I've got on my desk. So the Pansy Patch stamp set is photopolymer. Stampin' Up have changed the photopolymer stamp cases ever so slightly. So you now get the stamps on clear sheets, and then, sorry, did I disappear? I think I'm back. The image is printed on the inside of the stamp case. So the idea is that you can kind of peel them off here and stick them in. I've got another stamp set that I'm sort of trialling that with before I do it with all of my stamp sets. Because I don't like it when... Oh, we're having a bit of a drama with the connection this evening. Oh, really hope it sorts itself out. So I'm really sorry if I suddenly disappear. Something keeps happening to my Wi-Fi. So that is the Pansy Punch, and then Pansy Patch stamp set, and then there's the coordinating dies. Now, I saw a tip on the Stampin' Up corporate Instagram last night about how to store your dies, which I thought was really clever, and I thought I'd share it with you. To run your, like, before you've even taken anything off the sheet, to run the whole thing through your cut and emboss, because it leaves an embossed mark. I think this is really clever, so I can see where this die goes, because there's an embossed mark. Now, what I did for this stamp set was put a piece of cardstock on, which got stuck, so I've got bits of fluff all over it. I have done it with another stamp set, and that hasn't happened, and it's worked really well. So I'm not going to put a piece of cardstock on next, so I'm just going to run them straight through the machine. But it means that you can see exactly where the dies go, which I thought was really clever. So I have got my piece of designer series paper. I have got a standard card base in Fresh Freesia. I've got a piece of Whisper White, and then I've got one of those Stitched So Sweetly dies and die cuts, and a piece of, I said Whisper White. It's not Whisper White, it's Basic White, because Whisper White has retired and been replaced. This is Basic White, and it actually is Basic White. I have now replaced all my Whisper White this week. So there is a piece of Basic White that I have cut to fit in there like that. I've then also got a scrap and a colour combination for you. So I'm only going to use Fresh Freesia from the new in colours for this card. So I've got Fresh Freesia. Then I've got Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. Isn't that stunning? I love this colour combination. It reminded me a lot of, I've got some pansies out just outside my front door that my mum potted up for me. And that's the sort of colours they are. So I thought I'd go along with that and pull that as my inspiration. So I'm going to first off cut this piece of designer series paper because it's going to go as a layer in here. So all of my cardstock measurements, I cut my cards exactly the same way. So they're always, my card front is always 10.5 this way by 14.8.5 that way, which is exactly half a sheet of cardstock. And then I take 0.5 centimetre off each side for my layers. So this layer is 10 by 14.3. So this one is going to be 9.5 by 13.8. If you ever want my standard card size measurements, there is a page dedicated on my blog to the standard measurements that I use for literally every single card I ever make. So that is going to layer onto there, like that. Oh, I really like putting a layer of Whisper White between my designer scissors paper and my card base. I just think it really lifts a card. It's really simple, but it just lifts that card just ever so slightly. And then that's going to layer on top of there. And some ribbon would be very nice, wouldn't it? But I haven't got any at the moment. Although, I might have to just grab some white ribbon, I think. Oh, we'll stamp our pansies first, shall we? And see where we end up. So, these pansies are, they layer together. So you can create different colours of flower. Yeah, multicoloured flowers with multi-stamped. Yeah, does that make sense? Probably not. I'll show you what I mean. So, let's stamp that one first, and then that one next. So I'm going to stamp this more solid stamp in my paler colour, which is the Fresh Freesia. And I am stamping on a scrap piece of basic white. And am I going to stamp that more than once? No, I'm going to stamp it once. And then I'm going to take Gorgeous Grape, and I'm going to stamp that directly over the top. Now, lining these up on video is always going to be interesting, because I'm trying to do it through a camera, or through my phone. Oh, not too bad. That could be worse, couldn't it? So pretty. So pretty. Then, trying to work out what layer goes next. That one. There's 4 stamps that make up this flower. There. Like so. I'm going to stamp the bigger one of these in Daffodil Delight. Like that. And then the smaller one in Gorgeous Grape. Oh, look at that. Super quick, really easy. And you've got multicoloured flowers. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So, I'm going to do exactly the same with one of the smaller pansy. So I'm going to take the Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to stamp this twice, like so. And then I've got Gorgeous Grape, and I'm being very brave here. I've got open ink pads on my desk. Anybody that's been here before will know I'm likely to put my hand or elbow or face in it, or the cat's gonna walk in, or something's gonna happen. There we go. Look at those. You could get, if you use the Stamparatus, you could get those absolutely spot on. But I think, for a quick, you can see that I'm doing this quickly. I don't think that's half bad. And I don't mind that it's a bit wonky, because for me that just makes it, handmade. It's how you know somebody's handmade you something, because it's just a whisper off. I'm going to close all my ink pads before I face plant them. And I'm going to bring in that scrap of basic white, because we do need a sentiment, don't we? And I'm going to go for the one that says, it's the little things you do that make a difference. And I want gorgeous grape for this, I think. I'm going to stamp that. Just in that corner. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, don't you love it when I stamp stamps like that first time out? Oh, beautiful. So, these need to be die cut. Now, these dies, we have got dies that literally die cut the flowers. We have got dies that die cut the flowers that you can then layer together, so you can build a flower from die cuts. And you've got dies that coordinate with the designer scissors paper to cut that out as well, which I think is fabulous. Love a bit of die cut designer scissors paper where it looks like you've done all the work and actually all you've done is die cut paper. This is brilliant. So I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. I love this machine so much. I had a Big Shot before and my Big Shot was brilliant, but it was getting on a bit, and the poor, I had to retire her. She was getting really, really old. For thin dies like these ones, you need your base plate and your plate 2, and then 2 of the clear plates. So I'm going to pop that on and pop those on. I'm really sorry if you've heard baby noises. My son has decided he doesn't want to sleep this evening. I will let him off. He is only 19 weeks old. But he didn't want to sleep yesterday evening either, or particularly much all of last night. So, quite tired today. I think he had me up at 10, 12, 2, 4. Like, this is not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to go to bed and go to sleep. I am using washi tape because we haven't currently got a magnetic plate for the cut and emboss, and I don't trust myself that I'm not going to make the dies move. So that's there. Also, it means that I'm actually using my washi tape because I don't know about anybody else, but I buy a lot of washi tape. Love buying it, and it never gets used. It just sits on my desk forever and ever and ever. Look at that. Oh, I'm really impressed. I mean, easily impressed, obviously, but I'm really impressed with these. My pre-order, I've got to tell you this really made me chuckle. My pre-order arrived yesterday, like I said. And I wasn't in when it arrived. I'd been for my second dose of the COVID vaccine yesterday. And I had to go to York for that because I get it through work. And my UPS man obviously comes first thing on the morning and I missed him. So my parcel arrived and sat in the garden, which is fine. Not a problem at all. I then, had to carry on with the rest of my day. So I know that it's sat there. My pre-order is sat there on my patio. I went and collected the kids from my mum's who'd done some babysitting while I was off getting my COVID vaccination. And both kids fell asleep in the back of the car, didn't they? So I then had to sit on my driveway for an hour going, I just want to open my pre-order. I can't, because I can't get out of the car because the kids were asleep. Longest hour ever. Of course, you always need a wee as well, don't you, in these? Don't you have to sit there? Oh, and then I opened the box, and this stamp set fell out, and I went, that's not the one I ordered. I thought I ordered a different suite to that. I'd completely forgotten what I'd actually put on the order in the first place. So I wasn't expecting this stamp set. I was expecting a different one, but not because the Stampin' Up! I've got it wrong. I just couldn't remember what I'd ordered. I think baby brain's still quite a thing. So, I should have taken some of the stick off this washi tape before I used it as well, because I've ripped cardstock. There we go. So here is our card. It's so pretty. Oh, this keeps coming undone. So we've got our lovely card base in fresh freesia. Oh, so pretty. And an Allen key. Anybody else find random things that appear on their desks? Just me. Right. So I want some Stampin' Seal on the back of this piece of basic white. And that's going to layer on first. So what do we all think of the new in colours? Are we pleased? I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these colours this year. Like I said, I am planning a in colour club because I just think there's so much that you can do with these colours. So that'll last for 5 months from June. So June, July, August, September and October. But I will give all the details. I'll go on my blog and I'll tell you more about it closer to the time of the catalogue launch. I layer this piece onto there, like that. Oh, you see, just that little detail, that little stitch detail on that scalloped square rectangle. I just love that. I think you could add ribbon to this, but I'm not going to because I've stuck it all down now. That would require some planning that I didn't make. So I'm going to pop 4 dimensionals on the back of there. Like that. Yeah, see that side. I want 2 dimensionals on the back of this one. And you could always add some leaves in here as well, but I've not done that this time. I might do that on some more samples. One more, and one that's just got some seal on. So I'll tuck that one under there. I'm going to tuck this one here, like that. Isn't that really pretty? Oh, love that. So that is Fresh Freesia, one of our new Stampin' Up! In colours. We've got Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya and Soft Succulent. These will be available from the start of the new annual catalogue, which goes live at the beginning of May. Oh, everything's about to fall on the floor. Need a bigger craft desk. My big job in April is to completely revamp my craft room. So yeah, watch this space. I'm planning on vlogging that, so that might come to YouTube soon. So, new annual catalogue. If you want one, let me know. Like I said, if you filled the form in already. Can you do it again? Because I've lost it because my form broke. In Colour Club's coming. If you are going to shop the last chance products, that's another thing. There are some fabulous discounts actually on some of the retiring things that in this catalogue. Do pop over to my website to have a look at those. But also if you shop, do use the Code Club code and you'll get some goodies in the post from me next month too. And that is it. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. And I hope to see you again, same time, same place, next Thursday. Bye for now.